good? Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Ken Russell, City of Miami Commissioner. Welcome to City of Miami City Hall, where we have a very special day today. We are welcoming a delegation from Ukraine, specifically the city of Irpin, where we are announcing a sister-city relationship. This came about several months ago when we wanted to reach out and help another municipality in a war zone. There will be a day when we will work together on all the traditional sister city initiatives, tourism, trade, and just general good times together of getting to know more people and networking. But for now, they're being invaded by the country of Russia. Ukrainian lands have been taken, and the city of Irpin literally held off the Russian offensive as they tried to march into Kyiv. Irpin is a city just on the northwest of Kyiv, and they were literally the front line as the official military was behind them at the border of Kyiv. As a municipality, if you can imagine a municipality having to take on the responsibilities of an army, a mayor who had to actually pick up arms and defend his own city, and many lives were lost. For our part, it started as an initiative to give defensive materials of bulletproof vests and helmets. That's when I had an idea, and I asked our police chief, Manny Morales, what about weapons? Do they need them? Certainly they do. As a city, they are underarmed. Their civilians are underarmed. But legally, how could a city help send arms to another city? That's when Chief Morales went through all the legal hoops to figure out how it would be possible and how we could get it done. For my part, it was getting the support of my city commission and our mayor to do this effort, and we started with an initiative called Guns for Ukraine. The city of Miami conducted a gun buyback for our community, for anyone who wanted to voluntarily offer their gun to be used in the fight in Ukraine, they could give it to us. Also, we passed a resolution allowing our police chief to go into our confiscated weapons and collect anything that is not needed in an investigation or not stolen that needed to be returned. And we're able to send now nearly 200 guns to our new sister city in Ukraine. And that's an incredible accomplishment. Something that should set a precedent that beyond federal government to federal government or international borders, that cities can work together to help each other in all sorts of crises. So I'd like to introduce Mayor of Irpin, Oleksandr Markushin. He's here with a delegation of members of parliament, as well as the former mayor, and we're very proud to receive them here for the signing ceremony this afternoon in the mayor's office. But for now, we're going to celebrate the ability to send weapons and help them in their fight. Mayor? Would you like to say a few words?
My name is Marian Zablotsky, member of parliament. I will just do the translation for our hero.
Доброго дня. Я хочу сьогодні подякувати Кену Расселу, хочу подякувати керівнику поліції за цей спільний проект, за цю зброю, яка передається нашому місту-герою Ірпінь.
We are here to thank Ken Russell and the Chief of Police for this joint project that allows our hero city of Irpin to receive additional defensive weapons.
Я впевнений, це перший проект, це взагалі перший прецедент в історії Сполучених Штатів та України, коли місто передає місту.
This is the first precedent in the history between the United States and Ukraine where the city helps with weapons the other city.
І так само я впевнений, що наступні інші міста Сполучених Штатів Америки так само будуть підтримувати і інші міста України в передачі зброї.
And we are confident that other cities will follow by helping other Ukrainian cities with weapons.
Ця зброя піде поліції, територіальній обороні, і якщо б вона була з самого початку війни в достатній кількості, то ворог би, Росія, не зайшла так далеко в Україну, і нам було б легше боротися з ворогом.
These weapons will go to our police force, to our territorial defense units, and we are confident that had we had enough weapons initially, just these weapons, no way Russia would have gone as far as it managed to in the beginning.
І від нашого міста ще раз хочу подякувати нашим партнерам та друзям з Майамі.
And on behalf of our city, once again, we thank our friends from Miami.
Thank you very much.
Я не розмовляю українською, але тепер ми всі українці. That's the only thing I know, and what I said is, I don't speak Ukrainian, but today we are all Ukrainian. And so, would anyone else like to speak, Chief? Would you like to address?
Good afternoon, Manny Morales, Chief of Police. So when Commissioner Russell first approached us with this initiative, this idea that he had, I was a little taken back. But when I found out that actually the weapons were going to be used to help local police officers, it really won me over, right? There is one thing that will reign throughout the free world, that police will always help police. So this is why we were engaged. This is why we're proud to be here today. And this is why we hope that this initiates and encourages other departments to kind of help the fight. Because when you look at them and you hear the stories of heroism against the odds that they're standing against local police officers fighting for the freedom of their country, many of us can relate. Most of us here in Miami have been displaced from our natural lands, and we will do everything we can to ensure that doesn't happen to anybody else. So I want to thank my team, not only the property and evidence, but our legal team that had to jump through hoops to make all the legal requirements, both local, state, and federal, to make this happen today. So, thank you. Me la pusiste duro. Cuando el comisionado, Manuel Morales, jefe de la policía de la ciudad de Miami, cuando el comisionado Rossum me puso en contacto con esta idea de mandar armas a la policía, al gobierno de Ucrania, estuve un poquitico escéptico, pero cuando él me explicó que las armas iban a ser usadas para los departamentos de policía locales, fue que me inspiré en ese momento y trabajamos fuertemente en esta idea para llegar y componernos con todas las órdenes locales, estatales y federales para poder hacer esta donación. Porque una cosa que sabemos es que en el mundo libre todos los departamentos de policía somos hermanos y hermanas y que todos tenemos la sangre azul. Muchos aquí en el sur de la Florida sabemos lo que es tener que fajar por nuestra tierra natal y nosotros queremos asegurarnos que ningún otro país sufra las condiciones que tuvimos que sufrir en Cuba. Así que estamos orgullosos de estar aquí, de poder ayudar a nuestros amigos en el Ucrania, especialmente a los oficiales que están luchando por la libertad. Gracias.
Yes, the chief can help answer that one. How many were taken off the streets? How many then qualified to be sent? And how many did we use from the confiscation locker?
So the ones that met the qualifications or the requirements that the Ukrainian, the Irpin Police Department could utilize from the gun buyback originally held back in June were 16. The remainder of the weapons are coming from the ones that Miami police officers have confiscated and taken off the streets of Miami from criminals. So the ones that met the legal requirement, we had to take out anything that was with a pending investigation. It's going to be 102, 20 rifles and 82 handguns. No, 102 total. Correct. Yeah. Yeah. So it was an absolutely complex process that took our legal team the better part from June when we started holding the gun buyback to kind of come across. But they found the legal means to both adhere with all the local, state, and federal guidelines by finding a certified, already established firearms exporter who will be taking the firearms from here and ensuring the safe delivery to the Irpin Police Department. So they were looking for anything that would chamber a 7.62 round, which is usually an AK-47, a 5.56, which is an AR-15, or a 9mm. So that's where all the handguns come into play. So all the weapons that are being sent would have otherwise been set for destruction. So every year, the Miami Police Department, year to date, we've taken 1,050 guns off the streets this year alone. So all those weapons that are not lawfully, by state guidelines, able to be returned to the original verifiable owner are set for destruction according to the guidelines set by the state. So these are some of the weapons. El proceso ha sido bastante complicado. Las armas, el total que vamos a mandar son 102 armas, 20 rifles y 82 armas de fuego. Del buyback que tuvimos original, de las 69, nada más que 16 cumplieron con el requerimiento que ellos nos dieron. El requerimiento era que las armas tuvieran las balas del 7.62, que es una AK-47, o un 5.56, que es una AR-15, o el rifle M16 que usa el ejército, o un 9 milímetros, que ahí es donde entran todas las armas de fuego, las pistolas. Absolutamente. Tuvimos que asegurarnos que estuviéramos cumpliendo con las leyes locales, estatales y federales, que son las más estrictas. Pero lo que hicimos fue que encontramos un exportador de armas que ya tiene la licencia, que hasta exportan tanques, equipo militar, y fueron los que están haciendo la conexión, que se van a hacer responsables de las armas de aquí de Miami hasta que sean llevadas y dando a la policía, a los miembros de la policía en Irpin, en Ucrania. Say again? As soon as we're able to package them all. We're hoping that it'll be by next week. So, anything else?
Gracias a Dios que aquí en los Estados Unidos no tenemos una guerra en la tierra donde vivimos. Pero imagínate, en un país como Ucrania, donde las ciudades están defendiendo sus residentes contra Rusia. Nosotros queríamos ayudar a una ciudad en Ucrania. Es un poco complicado, pero hoy estoy aquí con el alcalde de Irpin, Ucrania, para mandar armas a su fuerza de policía para ayudar en la guerra. Y es un honor, es un honor. Muchísimas gracias al jefe de nuestra policía, porque es muy complicado como la logística de cosas legales, pero estamos haciendo porque queremos ayudar a Ucrania. Gracias. Anyone else from the delegation would like to say anything?
Okay. First of all, thank you, Ken Russell, for this initiative. I know you were behind all of this, but this is extremely important for us. You must know that although Ukraine does receive billions of dollars of aid, all of that goes to heavy stuff. Like it does cost between $4,000 to $8,000 to fire a single high caliber shell. It's up to $200,000 to fire one Javelin missile. And we would never be able to fight off the Russian invasion as successfully as we do without significant aid from US government and without the support of American people. We are eternally grateful for that. I believe what unites US and Ukraine are values. You saw a fight for freedom. You know that it is just. And this is what actually keeps us strong. Russia still maintains overwhelming parity on the battlefield. But because we are more confident, we are higher in spirits, that's what gives us the opportunity to drive them away. But this sort of aid is extremely important. It's something that no government aid actually focuses on. It's helping the police departments and helping units, military units that were organized here by our hero of Ukraine, Alexander Markushin, the mayor of Irpin. They actually need simple stuff in order for Russians just to know that there is enough of that so that they are met in resistance in every city. So this is a great precedent and quite likely a historical one. So just thank you again, Ken Russell, for doing this for us.
I don't know about other countries, but this is certainly setting the precedent within the United States for cities to recognize their ability to help overseas. I've been in touch with several mayors already who are very interested in our program, understanding the legalities and the logistics of how we're doing it. and we're open to working with those cities to continue to help Ukraine. Not yet until they get the permission from their commissions. I don't want to blindside their press in their local communities with such a, a big idea. Sí, los gobiernos federales están trabajando juntos, los Estados Unidos e Ucrania, billones de dólares, pero las ciudades necesitan ayuda también. Y este programa es un precedente para cómo podemos ayudar municipalidad, ciudad a otra ciudad. Entonces es nuevo y estoy hablando con otros alcaldes en los Estados Unidos quien también quieren ayudar a ciudades en Ucrania. Entonces, yo creo que vamos a hacer más de cosas así. Gruel, I'm sorry, I apologize. Would you like to say anything or? DT Gruel, Gruell. I apologize, yes. Wouldn't be possible at all. Obviously, a city cannot send arms across international borders, but there are exporters who do have those licenses, who do have those relationships and abilities through the State Department, ATF, whatever's necessary, international, to do so. And we're very lucky to have that partner, DT Gruel. Any other questions? Were we able to get the Zoom set up for a transmission? Because in all honesty, this initiative was started by Mr. Dwight Hewitt, who is going from city to city trying to gather the defensive, the vests, the helmets. And it was that original idea and the resolution that was passed that brought about this idea. And so I certainly thank Dwight and all of his advocacy for Ukraine. It's certainly been very, very big. And we have representatives of our Ukrainian American community here in Miami. Would you like to say anything at all? You're very welcome.
Hi, everyone. Ladies and gentlemen, I am Dr. Pediatrician from Ukraine. My name is Galina Serdyuk. I'm Dr. Pediatrician for National Children's Hospital in Ukraine, but after 4 February, when everything happened in my country, I was here, and I am very thankful for that country, for that people, incredible, for every inch of help to my country, to defend my country, and believe me, all Ukrainian people with you. All Ukrainian people so thankful for you, everyone. And believe me, we know who we are, because the most important for us, we can live without light. We can live without water, but we can't live without freedom. It's for us like air. So again, from bottom of my heart, for bottom of heart of my patient from Ukraine, from all people from Ukraine, I want to tell you thank you, everyone. And I see here like people from Ukraine. It's nice to see you. And I'm so happy to be here. And God bless America. God bless Ukraine. And I'm very, very blessed to stay here and be happy here and be safe here. Thank you so much.
And that concludes today's presentation. Thank you very much. You're welcome to take pictures of these selection of weapons. Were we able to get the Zoom? Oh yes, we have Dwight. Can you hear us, Dwight? Is comms able to transfer him to the large screen versus the small?
There we are. How about that?
Perfect. I can't believe it worked.
Well, great. Listen, thank you all for giving me a moment to say thank you to everyone. Initially, I had a tactical gear donation that I worked out with the city of Miami. And I got to meet all those guys. But first, I just want to say thank you to Ken Russell for being a champion for this cause. You're an absolute superstar, and we couldn't have done it without you for drafting the resolution, getting your colleagues to agree to the resolution. And thank you also to the mayor who will be signing the formal resolution later today. And about the police, Chief Morales and J.C. Nodal, Major Perez, George Wysong, all these guys are fantastic. I would love just to hang out with them sometime. They're my new buddies in Miami. And of course, you know, we've been fortunate to have this great group of Ukrainian patriots show up on our doorstep, doing everything they can to defend democracy and decency and self-determination. And I'm so proud of them. Just quickly about Marian Zablotsky and I have become friends over the last 6 months on this effort. We're going to continue this. We're going to hopefully get more weapons to help the people of Ukraine. And I got to say, Alexander Markushin is an absolute hero. He's a designated hero of Ukraine. And I've been so happy to meet Volodymyr, Petro, and Sergei, fantastic guys. And lastly, I'll close with, I think most everyone in America is praying like we are for the people of Ukraine, for these folks and their families. God bless them. Dyakuyu and Slava Ukraini. Thank you.
Dwight, could you introduce yourself for the press so they know exactly who you are?
Sure. My name is Dwight Hewitt. I live in Key Biscayne, but I lived also in Ukraine for many years, and I worked there after the wall came down. I was there from 91 to around 99.
Thank you very much. Any questions? All right, thank you, everybody. Thank you, Dwight. Glad it worked out.
Thank you. Thank you.